We would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Okay, we'll try one song. See how the voices do it.
Ilondoloze uhambe nami
Krishna,
ungangishilana.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ilondoloze
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
uhambe nami
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh.
Jerusalem,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare
Oh,
Hare,
Mangishilana.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama. Another one. So far, so good.
OGEPlease.com.
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, some jumping now. Turn your mics on and let's gentle jump.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna.
Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Ram
Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama, Rama
Rama Rama
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Rama Rama
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya,
Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya.
Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita.
Shri Krishna
Gadadara.
Chaitanya,
Srivad.
Shri
Adhikura
Krishna
Bhaktamrita.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri
Prabhu
Krishna
Nityananda.
Chaitanya,
Shri
Shri
Advaita
Krishna
Gadadara. Shri Shri
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Jaya Shri Krishna
Nityananda,
Chaitanya.
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda.
Nityananda,
Shri Advaita.
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Gadadara.
Nityananda,
Shri
Nityananda,
Hari Guru
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Jaya Jaya
Nityananda,
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu
Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda,
Nityananda,
Nityananda
Nityananda,
Nityananda Nityananda
Nityananda, 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 Nityananda,
Nityananda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama
Shri
Hare Rama
Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama Rama Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna
Shri
Hare Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama
Shri Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna, Chaitanya,
Krishna Hare
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama
Shri
Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare Rama
Shri
Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna
Shri
Hare
Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare Krishna
Shri
Hare Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna,
Shri
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya,
Shri
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama
Shri Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Shri
Krishna Krishna Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare Rama 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 Rama
Shri Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri Krishna, Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Shri
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama
Shri
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna
Krishna,
Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna
Krishna,
Prabhu Nityananda Sri
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Ati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Shri
Jaya Jaya
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Prabhu
Krishna
Nityananda.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Gadadhara.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri
Srila
Krishna
Ati Gaura Bhakta
Chaitanya,
Vrinda.
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Shri
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Shri Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Shri
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shri
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Shri Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Shri
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
oh my Lord, Shri Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
oh
Hare
my,
Krishna, Krishna
oh my God,
Krishna, Hare
oh my
Hare Rama,
Lord,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Shri
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama,
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Chaitanya, Shri
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri
Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Shri
Rama,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama
Shri
Rama,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Shri Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Shri
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Shri
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Chaitanya,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shri Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Shri Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Shri Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
So we'll continue on with Bhagavad Gita. I was just warming up when I just couldn't do it anymore. Okay, here we go. So this is Bhagavad Gita, fourth chapter, text number 3. So that very ancient. Oh wait, we got to do this here. The sound. So that very ancient science of the relationship what the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of this science. See, that's the qualification. Isn't it? Can you see? It's the qualification. If you're a devotee and a friend, that's why we have a disciplic succession. That's why we have a guru, disciple, guru, devotee and friend, devotee of devotee. You see how it's all related? And if you don't come that way, you can't understand. Because, it doesn't matter how intelligent you are. It doesn't matter how many degrees you have. That's all material. People try to become qualified. It's kind of like, the people in the Old Testament, they thought they could earn their way into the kingdom of God, right? By their works. See that kind of idea? But it's easier than that. All you have to do is follow the right path, and you could see, this is perfect demonstration here, because those who follow the right path, they very easily understand the science. See? Those who are devotees and friends of a real bona fide guru. And you notice, if you're not a devotee and friend of a bona fide guru, it doesn't work. You can't understand the science. That's how I find out who's really bona fide. There's a lot of sincere devotees, but you know what? They don't always go to a bona fide guru. They're not clear about that. So that's why we're here, We're here to help them out. See, because there are a lot of sincere devotees, but they don't have bona fide gurus. And even maybe the guru thinks they're bona fide. You can speculate anything. You could take the juggle of scriptures a little bit and make yourself fit in, sort of, but you don't really fit in. Okay? So if you're hearing the supreme science, see this ancient science, man, is it ancient? See, that's why it's always the same way that you get in quickly into the kingdom of God. God, this is a narrow gate Jesus talking about. The bona fide spiritual master, man. You hear the supreme science because they're worshiping the God, see, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, with loving ecstasy. See, praying, devotion, intimacy. See, therefore, the Lord imparts that supreme science to them, in the heart. Also, if you didn't get it, say you didn't get the Roto-Rooter trip, from the outside in some other life, then the Lord will provide you a real guru in some lifetime. And then you hear the supreme science. It's the essence of how to get in the door into the kingdom of God, so that you can relish the happiness of real devotees forever, eternally. Yeah. Isn't it amazing? Bhagavad Gita is just, all the books say the same thing. They all say, every one of these books talk about Guru Tattva. Every one. What do you think by regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam and by service to the pure devotee, all that's troublesome to the heart is eliminated to almost nil, and then this love of God awakens. See, now you're like the guru in the sense, but in the right way. You're not envious of the guru, you're not jealous, you're not competitive with the guru. Your heart has been purified. Ooh, now we can say, blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. And not only do they see God, they see Guru. See? Oh, they see Guru as, wow, my Lord took birth as my Guru. See? That's what you get with a pure heart. Yeah. Lord Caitanya, Lord Caitanya meets Rupa Goswami. And he says, Rupa, you're such a great devotee of Krishna. He says, I don't know Krishna. All I know is you saved me. Lord Caitanya was like his guru in that sense. You saved me. Forget about Krishna. I don't know Krishna, but you, I love you. Okay? A lot of secrets, huh? Big mystery. Yeah. I love this book. See, if you love this book, and you love those who preach this book to you, yeah, the devotee Bhagavat. If you love this book and you don't love a devotee Bhagavat, ooh, that means you don't really love the book. Because if you love the book, you're going to love a real devotee Bhagavat, right? It's just simple logic, isn't it? You know, that's how I know who's really purified, who's the blessed, pure in heart. I can see, oh, I just love this preaching. Well, yeah, you know, me too, you know. Yeah, because I love the book. I love to preach the book, man. I love the preaching, man. I get purified. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's how you enter the kingdom easily. Yeah. Freddie says, if we are in constant purification, how can we have a pure heart? Well, yeah, because, I mean, purification. See, purification is an ecstasy. You know, it's like, you know, maybe you don't need to take a bath, but you do take a bath, and it's kind of nice. Isn't it nice to take a bath every day? So you do that with the scriptures. It's a special feeling of cleanliness, you know. It's just nice, you know. It's like everything: purification, happiness. Yeah, go ahead, Lolita.
The more you get purified, the better you can see him, of course. In the beginning, you only see his pink.
Yeah.
Or his toenail.
Yeah.
So
That's another
he's
thing.
always
Yeah.
giving more and more of himself to you.
That's true. Yeah. See, you get more clearer and clearer also. Yeah. It's almost like, you know what it's like? It's like when you become a real devotee and devotion awakens in your heart, that's perfect. You've attained perfection. And then you just keep engaging in devotion, and it's more perfect and more perfect and more perfect. You know, you can ask the devotees who have a pure heart. Ask Amy, you know, she's got a pure heart. A lot of devotees here have a pure heart, but you know, Amy, I don't know, she stands out to me, you know, and you can ask her, do you feel you're getting purified? And I'm sure she'll say, oh yeah. So we all say that, you know. See, we see God. See, the thing is, we still see God. Heart is pure and gets more, and you know, it's kind of how it is, you know. Yeah, that's right. She takes 3 baths, one in the nectar of compassion. Remember that. Yeah. So again, you know, in one verse, everything's there that is needed. This ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told to me. See how real knowledge is this relationship. If you don't have this relationship established, it's a transcendental relationship, you can study till you're blue in the face, you know. You can get all kinds of degrees. You can follow all kinds of rules and still not be established in this relationship because it's a transcendental one. It comes by the disciplic line. I mean, you know, there's no way about it. If you don't have this from the beginning, even if you did, I had this more or less in the beginning, but I thought it'd be nice to have a guru, you know, like it says in the books, you know, I search here and there and all that, you know. But I kept ecstatically worshiping anyway. I already had that qualification. That's mainly what you guys, you know, you come here, you get the qualification to worship in ecstasy. Well, I had that very easily. Okay. And I'm still looking I thought, okay, let me find a guru, you know, but each one, you know, it was not anything that could really add to me. It was a kind of a downer, you know. Felt like I was on top of a, you know, and then I slid down, you know. Sliding, you know, they're out there telling me how important rules, regulations, wearing neck beads are and all that stuff. I thought, what is this? You know, after a while, I started getting more and more clear, you know, and yeah.
Then actually you lost your bhakti.
Yeah, because it's by association. Yeah. See, Krishna says these. I mean, that's why I take shelter of truth. I don't need I don't need religion. I don't need religious speculation on the scriptures. I just need the straight out truth, man. You know, Krishna says, my devotees are the root from which I grow. And if you're not a devotee with real devotion, Krishna doesn't grow in you. Matter of fact, usually they're opposed to real devotion because they're on another platform. They're on the external bhakti. And that doesn't add to an internal devotee except for a big lesson. Stay respectfully distant, you know, because they're offensive, actually. They're against. Just like, you know, Jarasandha, he was following all the rules and regulations in 10th canto. You can read 10th canto. He was a saintly king, man, just like here. We have, you know, I tell you, people don't like my preaching generally because they're contaminated. I'm here to preach the clear thing, and that's your purification, is to hate my preaching. You know, if you're contaminated with this, I preach the Bhagavatam as it is. I don't care if you don't like it. Too bad for you. But actually, too good. You're lucky to hear it. And so this is like taking Brillo pad and scraping your contaminated friggin' heart. You know, whether you ask for it or not, my Lord says he's forcing this on the world. Man, if Klaus Schwab can force his New World bullshit order on people, hey, man, my Lord can force this on the world too. And this, you get a much better result, man. Be free people. Give them liberation. Give them life. He wants to give you death, man. Klaus Schwab. We'll swab the deck with him, man. Yeah. Well, what was my point? Where was I going with this?
We were talking about Arjuna said when you are his close friend.
Oh yeah. This relationship. See, this relationship. Everything is in this relationship. See, the main thing of guru, you see, is to help you in this relationship. It's like getting married, you know. The real bona fide guru marries you. If they can't do it, then either you're not qualified because, you know, like they're working in increments, like a Moses comes and then a Jesus to marry you. See? And or like a Prabhupada and the Bhakti Siddhanta and that line. And then the neck is the real marriage, the mystic. You become like a goddess of fortune. Because that's where your good fortune is, in this eternal marriage with the Lord, man. It's fantastic. It's great. It's perfect. It's the most wonderful thing you can get in taking birth in this world, in this universe, either as a demon or a demigod. Is this relationship, man. Everything is in this, man. What a friend Krishna is, man. Oh my God, you have no idea unless you got the idea in disciplic lesson. See, you got to go through this method, man. That's why you can be as sincere as blue in the face, but if your guru is not bona fide and you don't know because you lack knowledge, you can't make this. You cannot be joined. Yeah, it takes a bona fide spiritual master who's actually a Vaimedian for Krishna and a bona fide disciple. See, so when Prabhupada was here and Bhakti Siddhanta was here, they were bona fide gurus, but they didn't really have many bona fide disciples. If you're lucky, if you had one or two, very few. See, so you need both. You need a bona fide guru and a bona fide disciple to make this work. That's why you see, I got the order in 1996 to start preaching what, if they would have preached, this would have happened, but there wasn't time because the disciples were not ready for this. But you see how Krishna knows because at 1996, it started. I started preaching the intimate things that they withheld, and people are coming now. People are seeing, they're saying, hey man, they're taking this seriously. Yeah. And it's working. And because all you have to do, Krishna, he attracts certain persons. They can come from the world or Vaidhi, wherever, Muslims. But if they're in their heart, they're like, they've got enough of sincerity. They can come here and they can make this mystic marriage, but they got to get purified of speculation, like that Zara. She's got potential, but she got some speculation, and so that's the fight, is if she sticks it out, she good. It might not work for her. See, if she might be struggling her whole life with that and believe that she knows everything or more, or stays in disbelief of the scriptures, stays in disbelief of the Holy Spirit. Well, what can be done? See, we're fishing, right? This is fishing. Catch certain fish, and sort them out. So Zara, this is your chance, man. Yeah, tell you, man, you want all those demons gone that are harassing you? You want to be free? You want to be happy? You want to be healthy? Yeah, my Lord's a great healer. Yeah, and it's only the speculation that keeps people down, And you see, when they follow the path Lord Caitanya taught, they abandon their speculations, abandon their misconceptions and their ideas, misconstrued ideas, and and then take on get the real program. We're just programming the truth, man. The truth is solid, man. It's clear. Demons hate it. They can't stand it. They can't stay near you because they can only bewilder people in ignorance who don't have real knowledge. They cannot bewilder those who take shelter of a disciplic succession. Can't do it. See, and they know it. They deceive, they cheat, they lie, they murder, but they only can do that to those who haven't taken shelter of the real path. That's why this is perfect time. I'm so glad I came now. This is great. This is a great time. People, this is where the metal is tested. Do you want freedom? Have you been imprisoned enough by liars, cheaters, and deceivers all the way up into religion and these motivated gurus? Have you been cheated enough? Can you see that you haven't delivered you in 50 years since Prabhupada and my disciples are getting delivered? It's pretty awesome, huh? Right before that, they're all just trying to take it down, right? They want, it's not real. Yeah, you can do all that. This is more real than you can imagine. This is solid, man. People take shelter here. They get shelter. They take shelter with these people. They run away. How many gurus run away? Just like Jesus said, they're hirelings. When the Maya gets strong, they run away or they get bewildered by it. They become servants of the Maya and then cheat. You get cheated. Oh, you got to find the Bhagavad Gita verses personified. You got to find a person that is Bhagavad Gita 1865-66. Abandon all varieties of religion, and they show you how to do it by taking shelter of truth. That was a Jesus, man. That's who you need. That's the bona fide spiritual master. They help you kick that ladder of religious, materially motivated religion, see? And tell you the straight out, clear, logical truth. Bhagavatam, in other words, Bhagavatam. This Srimad Bhagavatam is not materially motivated. See? That's the verse. You got to meet the person like that. That's not materially motivated. I'm motivated by truth. Yeah. That's a real motivator, man. Gives you a lot of energy in the truth, man. That's the blood. That's the life. Yeah. And if you don't want to take shelter of the truth, you think you want to stay in your misery, well, keep all your little demons. What can I do? All I can do is try to fish you out of this illusion, man. You want to believe your Radharanis and all that bullshit, man. It's all, it's all, come on, man. How can Radharani be miserable and have demons around her? They change into angels. Just like the demons who come here, we change them into angels. Look at River. She had a little bit of those things harassing her, right? Look, she's so angelic now. She used to be both, back and forth, back and forth. Now she stays more angelic. Unless I'm not getting all the information. Am I getting everything? I don't know. Sometimes I'm out of the loop. Anyway, that's your witness testimony. You become more and more angelic, everybody. Demons are fleeing now. Bye-bye. That's right. Go, huh? Freddie says, he's always a devil's advocate, isn't he? He's our joker, devil's advocate. What does he say? Guru and disciples run away as soon as they go astray. Yeah. Anyway, you want something solid, come here. We'll give you solid food. But if you're not ready for that, you want to continue to be deceived, you got to follow the path. We teach the real path, man. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Come on, man. Where are you going to get the straight out truth? You see why Jesus, man, have I not told you the truth of that verse? Is it not clear? Who has ever clarified? You can't clarify with all these paper degrees on your walls. PhDs, that's no way, man. It only comes by this ecstatic worship, man. You can't even understand the real guru until you begin to get some relief. You're coming, you got to sort of be there, you got to come here and listen with an open mind, and get cleansed. Yeah. What am I doing here? Oh, I don't know what I was looking at. Okay. All right, what else? Yeah. That very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of the science. Remember? Lord Bhagavad Gita 10:10, you're my devotee and my friend. See? That's why you see the Lord comes as the spiritual master. And if you become a devotee of a devotee, see? Then you see, and then that, because you found your dear friend, the Lord, because of your sincerity in your heart looking, he gives you the bona fide guru who is part of him. He's literally the ray. You know how there's a book about Bhaktisiddhanta, it says ray of Vishnu. Wow, that's the bona fide guru. You need one of those, man. Okay? And then you just so easily understand. Isn't it amazing? Understand what the greatest scholars can't understand simply because you follow the directions of the book. See? And that's why only if you're a devotee Bhagavat can you preach the real instruction. They can't, because they're not bona fide, and they can't preach it, because whatever they preach, they're not a devotee Bhagavat unless they're a bona fide guru. That means you have to have Bhagavad Gita 10:10. You have to first worship Krishna with loving ecstasy and be hollowed out and purified, and then Krishna uses you to act like himself in this world. Then it's just like Arjuna. You're like Arjuna, and Krishna is here.
Absolutely. That's why Purushottama can't give right instructions, because he doesn't understand them himself.
No, he's not a bona fide guru. He didn't get that from Prabhupada. See, that's the problem. He's not ready. He may do his whole life and continue on that and then die, and he's not perfected his bhakti. Lord Caitanya came so that people could perfect their bhakti. It's even written in there. Lord Caitanya told these devotees, he said, you take shelter of Srivas. Basically, he speaks through Srivas. And then you can perfect your bhakti, otherwise not. If I didn't come here and teach you these things, you guys would have died, not even though you may have had some bhakti. You would not have perfected, and you know it. See? The devotee comes so you can perfect your bhakti, and even if you don't have it, you can, if you come in the right mood, you become a friend of the devotee, and you like them. They can tell you things. It even works with the demons. I was watching this one thing on Facebook. This guy, he befriended a Rothschild, who knows, they know the plan that these demons have, they're working on a plan now. And this was in 2006. And he made friends. They became really friendly. You see how it works with friendship? See? And this guy was just a friend of this Rothschild who knew the confidential plan of the demons. And he said, oh, actually, we're going to start a new world order. See, this was 2000. I can show you the video. It's interesting. This was in 2006. And he says, we're going to start the Rothschild. We're going to start a new world order, and we're going to do this thing like the 9/11 thing, and we're going to do this thing, the war on terror, and it's all a fake, it's all a hoax, and it was all like a matter of fact, like this, and he was only being told this because he made friends with this demon type guy. And on the surface, there are many people like that. They're actually like demons, but they're like they act like ordinary people, and they're hiding that hypocrisy. You don't know the demons are. That's why don't think there are not a lot of gurus like that. They're hiding their hypocrisy and stuff, and they know. Some of them know what they're doing. I wouldn't be surprised if they took a bag of money from these guys to advocate that thing. Some of them, they've infiltrated. Yeah, so you see, even in that works. Like if he became a friend of the demon, and he said, yeah, we're going to do, and told him everything. And this was made in 2006, and you could see everything has already come to pass, just like clockwork. And the guy, because the guy, you could tell who he made friend. He said, I'm not like that. He said, you don't care about people. He said, yeah. And the demon says, oh yeah, actually, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, of course not. Why do you care about these people? They're just cattle. They're not intelligent. We just say to do that, and they do, like a herd of cattle. Yeah, what do you care about them? And the guy said, well, God, he couldn't believe it. He said, this guy had and I heard this over and over again. These are the nature of the demoniac people. They have no feeling for the people they control. And we've been living under that. And people are becoming aware of that. And so anyway, the moral of the story is people take shelter of those who don't care about them. That's what Jesus said. People are taking shelter of these hirelings who don't really care about them, and they run away at a certain point. Yeah. The Lord, if you take shelter of the disciplic line, the Lord will care for you. You'll feel it, man. You'll experience that care. You'll preach its glories because you know what it's like not to be cared for by the Lord and all the bewilderments you go through because you lack knowledge that comes through the disciplic line. That's the cause of problems, is ignorance, and people taking shelter of ignorance, and ignorant people communicating that, and you have faith in ignorance. This is why real devotees here become so strong. When you hear these messages and you take shelter of them, you feel it, man. You feel like Atlas. You know, the world comes right off your shoulders. You know, Atlas has to effort, you know, he's, you know, you don't get nothing efforts because you got a divine friend, man. It's just like with Haridas. The Lord took all the lashes on his back, man, because of their intimacy, intimate relationship. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't become a friend. See, this is a better result than becoming a friend of the demon. All he could do if he listened was to sidestep because he gets a little more knowledge of what they're doing. See, the way it's working now, the demons, they hide everything. See, they that's why they hide. They hide the garbage they put in the thing. In that injection, they hide the truth about it, how many people it's killing and maiming and all that. They hide. That's the only way they can work. See, because they can't give real shelter. The demons, man. Prabhupada said, this world is guided by rakshasas. They're managing this world, and I see. I never really cared to look much because, as long as I could get a plane ticket, go here and there. And, but when my style became cramped, I started to look a little bit more at what's going on here. Because, we got to be, wise as serpents, right? As harmless as doves. I don't want to, I just want to know what I'm running into, it's good to know, huh? Yeah, because their plan is accelerated, and everything's accelerated, and that's why you see Krishna's plan is also accelerated here. You notice? Do you see the increase here? The ecstasy, everything. It's almost like 550 years ago with the ecstatic worship. Man. Great, man. I'm glad he's accelerating this plan, man. Everything happens now is icing, man. We give the shelter. Hey, man, you come into the shelter, devotees. Come on, we got an open door policy here, inviting. Many are called, and the few that come, maybe millions will come. Who knows? Come on in, man. Yeah, it's so nice to be free of ignorance, man. We have all the knowledge. We have Prabhupada's books, and we draw out the essence. The Lord helps us because we ecstatically worship the Lord. He gives us the real understanding and the real knowledge. What more can you ask? What a better place to be than this? Yeah. So, I just love it. It says, and can therefore understand the transcendental science of Krishna. See, this Srimad Bhagavatam is not materially motivated. It's not religiosity, material religiosity. See that verse? And the highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of everybody. Everybody can come in. See, you can get whether you follow it or not is another thing, but anybody can follow this. If you hear and it touches you, you can follow. Look how easy it is, how easy it can be. Therefore, you can understand this because you become my devotee and my friend. Therefore, you can understand this most ancient transcendental science that 99.9% of the world does not understand, much less the universe. Everybody's wandering in this universe. This is a teaching here of the Bhagavatam and the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Wandering up to heaven, down to hell, to earth, to hell, to heaven. They don't know they're doing it because of association. Sometimes they're associating with demons and they don't even know they're demons. There are a lot of good people associated with demons and they become servants of demons and are dragged to hell. Isn't that so? You don't know. You're being tricked and lied to. And they just take you down and you become, that's why you see nice policemen, they got families, they try to follow the rules and everything. And then they serve the demons because they obey authority, right? They're authority of demons. And they become as bad as the ones they serve and are dragged to a hellish mentality. See, they don't know that, do they? Oh, you come here, we'll teach you that science, man. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's turn that around. You associate with ecstatic devotees who are Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in person. They have the right understanding. They have real knowledge to get you out of service to the demons. Oh, not only that, service to the demigods. You come here and you learn these things. You are not obligated to serve all the homeless people all over and do welfare activities for everybody for lifetimes. No, you just come in the door. You come in the door. I'm teaching we are teaching the ancient science. And you become qualified just because you heard and you followed. You say, oh, wow, it's that easy. Yeah, it's that easy. Look at the witness program. That should encourage you. Look at Lalita. She's following, right? The program works. Joanne, it works, doesn't it? Look how ecstatic. More ecstatic than their guru, Dave. They cry on, I have to work up to it. They just boom, and they're in the zone. I love it, man. See, follow the path, man. You get fantastic results here. The best. See, become qualified. You think everybody's qualified? You can be if you follow the path, man. Otherwise, look how qualified you have to be to be. The result here is so far beyond liberation. But look at the result you get here, pure devotional service, just by following the instructions of Bhagavad Gita, taught by a real guru. That proves that they're real. They're solid, man. Potent. It's not we don't shoot blanks here, man. You might be blank, a blank, infertile, but what can be done? But we don't shoot blanks. If there's some fertility potential, woohoo. Yeah. See, that's it, man. Very simple. But if you're unwilling to do that, then Maya will punish you more or less. You'll get the association of those who are more or less lack this kind of knowledge, this kind of bhakti, and you'll listen to them and be more or less deviated, right? More or less, you're taking the longer road. They're saying, oh, yeah, I know where Vrindavan is. And they never been to Vrindavan. They're not in Vrindavan consciousness, and they direct you somewhere else. They can't help it. They just think they're in Vrindavan, and it's only a thought. That's it, man. It's not a feeling yet. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just all kinds of stuff. Arjuna said, the sun god Vivishwan is senior by birth to you. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? The personality of Godhead said, many, many births both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of an enemy. See, that's the kind of friend we have potentially. He knows everything from all our past and all that stuff. That's why you get a bona fide guru, because he knows the heart of everybody. He knows somebody sincere, the sincerity of the person. Or he'll give somebody a chance. Give a lot of times, maybe they're not so, but it's merciful. Oh yeah, here, go for a couple of days, and get a connection there, and then maybe they'll go away for a while, but Yeah. So that's God. That's what the relation. Why everybody's so concerned about having friends in the world, but these friends are just like you, and that's the same thing. You need a real, to get out of this. so many of these gurus are not any better than their disciples spiritually. They may know a little bit more in the book and studied, right? But they're more or less the same level. They can't get you out. And you can't get this friend directly. That doesn't really work. That takes too long and too many bewilderments. And then you go to these gurus. They can't really get it because they're not there yet, and they're speculating on. They take shelter of the books, the holy books, and everything, and speculate and become teachers and gurus over you. It's not much different than politicians who go and they dress for success and they get their votes, right, voted in, and then they're over you. They're your overlords. Are they any better than you, really? These politicians, often they're worse. And that's the same thing in religion. Often they're worse than you. You wouldn't even do this. You wouldn't do what they did to get their positions. See, that's called the blind leading the blind. And they both fall in a ditch. See, so you can't approach God directly, right? And you can't go through a bogus, to me, bogus on this level is they're not self-realized and they claim to represent Vrindavan. That's bogus, okay? It's not right, really. Even though they may be sincerely in ignorance, still not right.
You introduce us.
Yeah.
You introduce us to it.
Yeah. I'm getting to it. That was a spoiler alert. No, you know, a spoiler alert with she doesn't watch movies. Spoiler alert means you tell them the ending, first before you watch it. That's okay.
Pretend you didn't hear me.
Yeah, see, she got the punchline. Yeah, so you can't go that way, you can't go that way. All right, I have to go back because oh, yeah. Okay, you can't go back there. So the only real viable alternative is you go to somebody who is Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. So you go to the person who has that relationship, and then they tell you just like they are told. They have this relationship already established, either in this life or a previous one. So that's the alternative for most of humanity, is you got to go to a person who is the Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in person. They worship the Lord with loving ecstasy, prema. See, and then you go and you get purified, and then you get that relationship very quickly. Yeah, simple. Yeah. If you follow these words and these instructions, which is basically, it's the book, but in a way that people can understand it. You can, especially if you had enough experience. You know how many devotees who had many gurus already in the ISKCON? When one falls down or something, they go and get another one. Are you changing guru here in 5 years? Yeah. If they drink a cup of coffee, it's considered a fall down. So they might be doing in a closet or something. See, they have a material standard of what is falling down. See, they don't understand the spiritual standard. They like if they had sex with, I'll just be real honest, but if they had sex with a woman or something, and they're a guru, and it's outside of marriage and all that, nobody would ever believe in them. But I could, if I wanted to, I could have a girlfriend and have sex, and I'll continue to preach, and I probably will have most of my disciples still here. Maybe some might, oh, he's not biting. Yeah, but you'll still hear ecstatic chanting. You'll hear conclusive truth, even though I may have fudged a little bit on the rules. Now, why can I do that if I wanted to do that, or ended up doing it spontaneously or something? Because once you really attain the Lord, it's permanent. He doesn't go back on it. Only if you go. If I reneged, if I said, oh, I think I'll go and have faith in these other gurus or something, faith in some other path, well, what can be done? The Maya will cover me over. But hey, man, you know, when you get enough experience, you just want to stay with, you know, how are you going to get a friend like this? Who would ever want to give that up? See? So you're all becoming like that. Yeah, go ahead, Lolita. What?
Yeah, the Catholic priests, they can't marry, but the Protestants, they have a wife and kids.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, they are more ecstatic than the Catholic ones.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter, you know, whether usually they probably are usually more ecstatic.
Yeah.
Because usually it's all pretentious stuff, you know. A lot of these guys do in the closet these things. Yeah.
The Catholics, they prefer kids.
Yeah. Yeah, the people don't know the real standard. It's some external thing, you know. He's guru because he's following perfectly, and a lot of them don't. They can't. You know, it's too hard to be a real sannyasi in this life. Even if they did, still, if you don't have ecstatic devotion, you don't have anything really of substance. You're still in the varnashram system. Even the Lord, you know, people don't know the preaching of Chaitanya Charitamrita. You know, right there are verses that say if one just holds an official position in the varnashram system, and that includes sannyas, and does not have ecstatic devotion, they attain nothing but a hellish destination still. Because it's hellish to be without this relationship. You could be in the mode of goodness and everything, but generally, if you take sannyas and you get a big false ego and all this stuff, man, it's hellish. It really is. Yeah. And even if it's heavenly, hellish, become devotees. It's being offered, man. It's the best. Intimacy with God. Man, take the gift for God's sake, man. It's being given so easily. She jumped the gun on that one. Yeah, Lolita knows all my punchlines already. So she's.
It's by accident. It's just by accident.
It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. It's great. That's all right. Don't worry. I like to tease you sometimes. That's all.
Oh, you can. You can. I like that. But I don't want to offend you.
How could you offend me? Huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was too early. I took away your joy to talk about it.
My joy away. No, that's take more than that to take my joy away. I just lost my place. I had to go back and find it. All right, maybe one. Okay. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all living entities, still I appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates. You know, some people, they're not real devotees yet, and and Prabhupada saw this. They speculate on Bhagavad Gita and they talk about the unborn. See, although I am unborn, and we should pay obeisances to the unborn. And they think the unborn in everybody, therefore everybody is God. You know, which is kind of a Mayavadi. It's an illusion, some kind of it's a part of the material covering. See? So the Lord is the unborn, even though he had a body here. See? But what was manifested, the unborn, is that's Satchidananda. See, that's that Sat portion, the eternal form of the Lord and the devotee also. They have eternal forms too. You see their physical form, but they're part of that unborn. They identify with that now. Their false egos, no, they don't identify with the false. They have the real ego identity. Servant of Krishna, servant of the eternal unborn Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, a ray of that light, the ray of that Son of God. Yeah, and so that's Bhagavad Gita, is you get to understand the spiritual position of everything. But you got to be in the spiritual position to communicate it. The Lord has to really use you with his transcendental strength. Otherwise, you can't communicate this into the hearts of others. Okay? That's what, people, if you're out there looking for a bona fide guru, that they got to be like that. They got to be transcendentally situated and used by Krishna as all this as it is. Too much speculation now. It's just, it hides the truth. See, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. See, so it's always God. That's what people think. Oh, it's only Jesus Christ. Well, he was Son of God, or maybe he was like the Lord in that form. Doesn't matter. It's still, he was used by the Lord, and he becomes representing that Lord. See? So the Lord in every millennium, every age. So he appeared in as Lord Ram. See, same God, right? Same God as Lord Caitanya. Same God as Krishna or Radha. God in that form of Radha. She had the marks of God on her feet. That's why the most intelligent become, even women, they end up some become lesbians. They like the beauty of women. You notice? They just think, women, they're into beauty, and stuff. And that's why even a lot of gay guys, they like the more womanly stuff. They sometimes become trans. See, they like the woman's part. They like to dress up in women's clothes. Something about the woman, you see? It's always about the woman. And now when you put that into the transcendental position, you know why these things are here. Because, even Krishna's so attractive to Radha, the juice, the power, the life, the energy, Just like us, we're naturally attracted to Radha here, devotion. And the truth comes along with it, man. I don't have to call Krishna, I call Radha, man. I get to give me the juice, and then Krishna, boom, absolute truth right there in front of me, man. Oh yeah, I see it, Lord. That was easy, man. Yeah, he said, yeah, you got my Radha, man. I want to come see. I like to come close. And then all of a sudden you just realize things, it's like magic. Hey. See, so, and each transcendental form has attributes. See, and the best one, that's why I say, hey man, get Lord Caitanya. He's the latest incarnation, and you'll get more than Jesus. And that's not a slight against you. Jesus would be very happy if people would make the transition like I did. because you're going to understand more about the absolute truth. You'll understand the Lord has other forms. You'll get out of, you know how many ecstatic Christians are trying to get out of sectarianism and can't do it? That Matt guy, you know, in Fort Wayne, they don't like religion, but they can't let it all go because they're stuck with that conception in the book that doesn't reveal the more expansive understanding of Krishna, God, in the absolute version. Doesn't show how the Lord has various authorized forms. He's only Jesus. See, so here now we're in this age. This is the age of Kali. This is Lord Chaitanya's time. Hey man, this is, and they're, what is this? You know, see, sectarian. There's this cartoon I saw. You know, I saved it if I can find it. It was about narrow-minded Christians. They're narrow-minded because they have their head in the book, right? The guy, they're walking with their head in the book, and many of them appear narrow-minded because their head in the book. See, that's correct what they're doing with their head in the book. But I also got my head in the book, but wide. See, liberal. Open
You're a
mind.
devotee Bhagavat. That's the difference.
Yeah, but my head is also in the book. But look at all the book, you know, the because of Lord Chaitanya's dispensation of this knowledge in this world, I took advantage. They can't. They don't have faith. Just like those persons who speculate, you know, they don't have faith in this path. I'm saying, hey, come here, abandon your path, abandon your speculations, and come and learn anew. No, I don't believe. Yeah, well, okay, or I can still, you know, but you'll suffer, and because you are suffering, you come here, your suffering will go. Because you're following the path, you know, this very clear understanding of how to, you're following the path of knowledgeable, the most knowledgeable people, the path of the acharyas, you know, taught by an acharya, a person used to be an acharya. How can you lose in such a situation? It's only a win-win. What a perfect situation to win this game of life. Look, the most intelligent people can't understand what we understand because we follow this path. Doesn't matter what they study or how many secrets they study, how many occult things they know. They don't know this. They could. If any of you out there, you little devilish Illuminati guys, tricky dicks, you can also, anybody can follow. Anybody can come. Your heart will change, man. Love, real love will sprout, compassion for mankind. You'll give life to people. You won't have to take life. Ooh, there's too many people on the planet. We gotta, you know, lie to them and inject them with poisons and put chemtrails to get rid of them because there's too many. No, you'll give life, man. The Lord will make this planet bigger. He'll give more resource. He's a magic man. Can you imagine? You know, the Lord, look at it. He remembers all our births. That's a small thing for him to make more resources. He does it anyway. Look at it. They've been pumping oil out of the ground. You know, for all these cars, they're still pumping oil. There's no shortage of that. They only make it short because they're, you know, miserly. Everything's limited. They got to limit everything. Control, you know, contract, control. This is demoniac, isn't it? Control, don't believe, because they don't believe in God. Just like Zara, to be honest, if you watch this thing, you know, I feel sorry for you in that way. What, God, you're a devotee and you don't believe in God? I mean, in scriptures, and you don't believe in the Holy Spirit. Shame, shame, shame. You come here. We'll turn that all around for your benefit. You'll be so happy. Yes, you'll be so happy. So hang out with Lolita a little bit and get things straight. Yeah. Okay. It's getting a little bit late in my voice too. So, all right, let's play the song and hope you enjoyed the little discussion we had. This is the perfect situation to win the game of life. Yeah, it's a game, man. But
it's above expectations.
Yeah.
It's above all expectations, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a game, but it's a dangerous game. It's like, it's like going, on a safari. You go there, you can get killed by these animals, man. But it's a, challenging thing. That was an awesome class. Well, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, so I just feel so blessed, man. Thank you. I can't believe it, man. I just have so much, like Lilita Janaki said, fun. Everything, just fun, more fun. And, we all benefit, everybody benefits. People who listen, they'll have hope, assurance, That's why I like the Bhagavad Gita, because there's a lot of people suffering. If this touches your heart, you come here, you're going to get so much. Come do the 30-day challenge and see. It's going to be well worth it. You'll become free of all Maya's tricks. Oil is the blood of the Mother Earth, just like our bodies make blood, the earth makes. Yeah. Okay, my friends, let's do the fanny thing.
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting Hari's names. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name